Hey there, folks. We're going live because we've got a tornado warning in southern Manitoba right now. And we've been watching these storms closely. And this one has really popped up as something not great. It's right here south of Sperling at the moment. And yeah, so we're watching this one closely. There are spotters on this storm. Environment Canada has issued a tornado warning. This is also for the Morris area. Thank you for everybody joining us on the stream. The tornado warning is, let me zoom this out so you can see the details. There we go. At 6:54, Environment Canada meteorologists are tracking a severe thunderstorm that is possibly producing a tornado. Damaging winds, large hail, and locally intense rainfall are also possible near, is it Low Farm? Lowe Farm, I think. Is it just pronounce it Low Farm, or there's something special to it? We're going to find out. I've got a tool for that. Let's see here. Let's see if this actually works for this particular location. Well, that's what the model thinks it's called, so Low Farm it is. Is it Lowy? Let's go in the comments and we'll find out. Yeah, we weren't going to go live. I'm doing well, Tyson. Thanks so much for joining us again. We weren't going to go live, and then, tornado warning, so... There was a rotating storm earlier, but this one really caught our eye. So we thought, you know what? That's an interesting supercell that is worth going live right now to cover at the moment, because I'm sure there's a lot of folks in the surrounding communities that are probably receiving a tornado warning on their device and wondering if they are actually affected by it. You said it correctly. Okay. I mean, like my first inclining would be Low Farm. It's just that E that's throwing me off. Like, is it Lowy? Now this is heading, let's see exactly the direction this is going. This is tracking to the east, supercell near Low Farm, tracking towards Morris at the moment. There's two Morrises on this map for some reason. This is the legit Morris right here. And then there's another Morris up here for some reason. I'm not sure why. Might just be an error on this map. But yeah, so if you're in the Smiths area, along Provincial Trunk Highway 23, the Morris area, east of that as well too. If you're in the Oak Bluff Hutterite Colony, St. Elizabeth area. This is tracking to the east right now. It's trying to track a little bit to the northeast, but it seems to be going pretty much due east right now. The whole storm is stretching to the northeast, and it's really got that flying V supercell to it, right? So it's got that V shape, and then it's got the hook at the bottom. So, oh yeah, Dalton is pointing out another storm as well too. Let me go find that one. It's a little further to the north. One sec here. So there's a pretty large severe thunderstorm watch across the region here. He said, is it this one up here? Let me see exactly where it is. Where is he pointing out that storm? Right near... Hold on a second. Let me bring his... Oh, up near Dauphin. Okay. This one up here. Oh, yeah. Quite a storm just northeast of Dauphin at the moment. Now, did that go through Dauphin? Oh, it did. It actually kind of developed right on top of Dauphin and then tracked to the northeast and is producing probably some reasonable size hail in there, it looks like. And so that's kind of got a little bit of that supercell shape to it. There's quite a few storms up north here as well that are interesting. And then there are more storms as well to the south. There's this one west of Winnipeg at the moment. Let's see here, heading up towards Saint Francois Xavier, which is, I'm assuming that's how it's said. Let me press this button. Francois Xavier. Okay, well, that's a little fancier than I thought it was actually. That was like Mr. Xavier, Professor Xavier. That's where I was going with it. But yeah. And then there are a few cells to the west of this supercell as well. Nothing's really catching our eye, though, compared to this, obviously, tornado warned supercell at the moment near Low Farm. Rose Nort, I would be taking shelter as well, too. What's this? Aubigny? Aubigny? We're going to find out, maybe. Oh. Aubigny. Okay. Anything in the line for Steinbeck says Dallas. Well, yeah, it is possible. As the storms are kind of tracking in that direction, this will eventually head probably towards the Steinbeck area, it looks like. Oh, we just got a new radar frame. Oops, and it's still animating. Let me go back one. I think that's the new radar frame. Oh no, we're gonna get a new radar frame very soon. Looks like, yeah. The little icon at the top left is pulsing. We're gonna get it pretty soon. Let me zoom my screen back in there so it's a lot easier to see. Okay. So there's that. I really hope everybody's staying safe here. Yeah, if you're in Rosenort, Morris area, Low Farm, Smiths, Aubigny, I would, I would definitely. What about Carmen? Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Can't help but sing that song. Let me double check on Carmen again here. Carmen actually had some rotation right near it earlier. You're right there. Okay. Yeah, there's some storms to your west that are heading in your direction, so we'll keep an eye on those. Over by Deerwood right now, that storm is tracking to the east-northeast at 33 kilometers an hour, so it's not going too fast. Slowly but surely. You know what we can do? Let's actually pull up our future radar here. So let me unclick that radar, and then we still have to get this. So as soon as I unclick, it will automatically work. But instead, I'll just hit refresh, and that'll solve it. That solves our problem here. There we go. Okay, so let's see which direction we think these are going. Yeah, so that supercell looks like it may head up towards Steinbach. The future radar is really trying to take it to the northeast, but it looks like it's probably going to go more due east. We're actually using the storm tracks now to affect the future radar, which is pretty cool. Now that we have Canadian storm tracks, which is super useful. By the way, if you are using Android with our new app, there was some crashes yesterday. We have solved that. We believe we've solved it. We pushed out a new version. So if you're using our Android app, our free app, Instant Weather, go download the updated version. I think it's 2.1.352 or 351. I think it's actually labeled 351, but it is 352. I think that's right. Yeah. Yeah, so that's where these storms are heading. Let's go take a look at that Dauphin one as well. See where that's heading. That looks like a pretty decent storm right now. Let's go back a bit. And pretty much to the northeast. That direction looks pretty solid. It might be a little bit too far north. And then we have, let's go take a look at that storm that's heading towards Carmen. Let's see kind of what timing it might be there at. So it looks like it's heading there probably around 750, 740, maybe 730. Depends on exactly how fast it's going. But if it keeps at that general speed, it could be heading around 8 o'clock-ish towards Carmen. Anybody remember that show I keep singing? Nothing? Aubigny had a tornado in 1978. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we were taking a look at those funnel clouds earlier. Yeah, there has been some funnel cloud reports in Saskatchewan. So we can take a peek at those areas. Now, I think probably those are going to be somewhat in the idea of kind of the land spout thing. So there's not much on radar we can see with those. Yeah, this whole system is basically spinning around. As you can see, the whole thing is just one big rotation, and therefore you're going to get these kind of brief spin-ups. We did have a funnel cloud reported northwest of Regina there, and it's slowly but surely, those are all kind of spinning back around. But again, there's nothing we can really see. There's not much we can see on radar with these types of events. They're not necessarily associated with a mesocyclone, with rotation in the actual storm. So it's very tricky to kind of pinpoint things down. All we see is, yeah, there's a bunch of little cells everywhere. And see, that was an interesting. See, sometimes you get these kind of hybrid situations where you do have a little bit of rotation. And if you can get a land spout to kind of latch on to the bottom of that, then you can kind of get these hybrid events. Kind of half land spout, half classic supercell tornado. But this looks a little bit more convincing right now. We got that Really nice looking hook echo here. We got a flying V shape. If you're in Morris and Rosenort, I would be taking shelter with that storm, I would think. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on the live stream, everybody. Appreciate it. That's quite a question here. What is your meteorological synopsis of the current events in procession? Storms are bad. Okay. That's my answer for that. But yeah, so let's go up to tilt 2 here. We're going tilt 4, tilt 5. On Instant Weather Pro here, we have all the way up to tilt 7. Then we get a lot of folding. Tilt 8, tilt 9, tilt 10, tilt 11, tilt 12, tilt 13. We're starting to lose range here as the radar's pointing sharply up into the air, and that's what we're looking at here. And that's why it keeps shrinking as we go higher and higher in the tilts. And that's tilt 17, so that's the top tilt at 24.4 degrees. And then back to tilt 1. Oops. Let me go back to tilt 1. There we go. Which you can see a lot more distance. Actually, let's take a look at the U.S. radars here. Not seeing too much from a distance. Let's check out KMVX. See if we can get an idea of that. Yeah, it's hard to see it from that distance. Basically, the best radar to look at right now is going to be the Woodlands radar, for sure. Veronica says, I saw one small funnel cloud towards Morris and Low Farm area. I'm in Cleefield, by the way. Oh, you did see a funnel cloud on this storm that is tornado warned? Looking terrifying in Rosenort, says Caitlin. Thank you very much. I would definitely be taking shelter in Rosenort with that coming in. Yeah, it's trying to move east, but it could move a little bit more towards the northeast. There are spotters on that storm right now, and we're not seeing them saying that there is anything on the ground at the moment. At least from what I'm seeing right now, they're talking about new circulation forming west of Rosenhof. Where's Rosen? Oh, here's Rosenhof right here. Yeah, so basically just south of Rosenort. So yeah, so this is wrapping up. So a little bit of a wall cloud being reported on that one, and so this definitely has potential to put down a tornado. So obviously, you want to be taking shelter in the path of that one. Please and thank you. I'm just scrolling here through some different posts. By the way, if you are on Facebook, you can always report what you're experiencing, if it's safe to do so. By that, we mean not while you're driving. Pull over safely if you can. And not like, if we're asking folks to like take shelter, we're not asking you to run out and take photos of this thing. But yeah, if you're safely able to send us reports, you can send them to Manitoba Storm Reports on Facebook. That is our Facebook group. A great place to send us reports as well, too, is just download our free app and then click the report button. And if you click at the very top, you can actually open up a video or photo reporting option where it has a compass at the top, and it has the time and date, and it has the location if you've got your location services on. And then you can just submit that video to us, and we should be able to see it pop up here on the map. Speaking of which, I could pull that up right now. Now, I talked about this before where the community reports actually are still being worked out right now. So we'll see. Let me back this up and see if we can get some community reports to pop up. Over the last 12 hours. Oh, okay. So there's a lot. Okay. Over the last 12 hours, how many in Winnipeg? Look at all these different reports from Winnipeg. So click this right here. You can see the strong storm. So this is from an hour and 43 minutes ago. Cool. So we got lots of reports there from the Winnipeg area. Nothing down here right now, but that's okay. But yeah, let's back this up and check out all the reports across Canada. Quite a few of them. We've got a whole bunch of reports over here in Saskatchewan. We've got some reports in Alberta. A whole bunch of reports in Manitoba. Reports all over Ontario here. So pretty cool. We got reports in PEI. Cool. Now, if I actually take the slider, the report slider, it's 12 hours. And if I extend this to the 72-hour window and let that refresh, will that refresh? I don't know. I don't even know if we've worked that out yet. Maybe not. What if I kill the summaries and then turn it back on? I think it should load the 72, which might break this. It's very possible that we break this with the 72 hours of reports. Yeah, I think I broke it. It might still be loading, though, so I can wait. I think we might have capped that F. We might have capped that to 36 hours. So I think 72 might not even work. I think 72 was there were so many reports it was breaking our map here. Okay, let me bring this back to 30. Yeah, actually the slider works in real time. So if I bring this over to 36 hours, I think that's what we left it at. There we go. There's 36 hours of reports. So quite a lot here. But we're only concerned really with the last 12 hours, I would think. If that. So let's see what we had near Dauphin. We had some reports here. Extreme fog. Interesting. And then you can see all those reports here. Let's see what's happening. LaSalle, heavy rain we got from an anonymous reporter. And Sanford, we had partly cloudy. Cool. So great. I appreciate everybody sending in your reports. Whether it's the little text report button and you hit submit, or you're actually taking the videos and the photos and all that kind of stuff. We appreciate all of your reports. They're very helpful. But yeah, Hook down here in Morris right now. Let's see what storm relative velocity is showing us here. Tilt 1. It's pretty toasty down here right now. What's the temperature? 4. I might have to turn on the air conditioning here because it's getting a little toasty. All right. Put on some AC. I'm boiling. Amazing Person 34.9 said, Saturday looks like it could be interesting across southern Saskatchewan. Sunday could be interesting across west Manitoba. Thank you. Appreciate that. Sorry, just going through the comments. There's quite a few. Any more for Winnipeg? Yeah, I think the storm to the west of Winnipeg, it looks like it's going to head towards town here. You know what I should do with reports? I should just back it off to like the last hour. Then we know it's like really, really current. In the last hour, we've had a lot of reports coming out of the Winnipeg area. Those did filter. There we go. Drizzle 21 minutes ago. Thank you. Appreciate it. And yeah, so that storm coming in from the west looks like it is going to head towards. Winnipeg. Does Morris need to take shelter? I would think so. Yeah, I would think you do. I think I broke my map by having all those reports on. Yeah, we're just early testing with the reports right now, and it's been a bit problematic. Let me hit refresh on this. I knew I'd break it. Yeah, there we go. Wait. Yeah, I went and broke it. Oh, it did move. Okay, give me 1 sec. I'll fix this. I can fix this, I think. Yay. Okay, first things first, turn off the reports. Or I break it again. There we go. Okay. All right, where was I? So yeah, those storms moving that way. The tornado warning is obviously south of Winnipeg. I would say Morris needs to take shelter with that one. It's literally on top of Morris right now. Moving through Riverside at the moment. Let's zoom in and see what else we get. It's about to cross Lord Selkirk Highway. So that's going to be a problem for those traveling. Oh, sorry, that was the wrong Morris. That was the Morris on the map. It's actually not true Morris. So the storm is actually just north of Morris. So you know what? It is stretching to the southeast. So I would say, yeah, you might want to just until it passes. I would think so. Does Winkler need to take shelter? No. No, you're fine. I mean, there is a storm coming in from your west, but it looks pretty boring right now. Obviously, if you hear lightning, you don't want to be outside for that. But oh yeah, Lord Selkirk Highway, aka Highway 75. That's right. Yeah, so it's tracking towards Highway 75. So Riverside, McTavish, Silver Plains, Aubigny, all these areas need to be taking shelter with this. Morris probably, especially if you're, yeah, I would say Morris. I would say yes. There's enough going on in velocity right here, I would say. And so this is not actually true proper Morris there. It's over here. That's the actual town. Yeah, I would say it's a little close to risk it there. I would be on high alert if you're in Morris. Any idea why you got an emergency alert near Bothwell? Oh, I don't have an idea. I know exactly why. And the reason being is the system has problems. If you're anywhere near the tornado warning, you're gonna get it on your phone, even if you're outside of the tornado warning. Is it gonna hit Winnipeg? Well, a different storm's gonna hit Winnipeg. For Oakbank, let's see here. Follow me into the desert. I see you're just northeast of Winnipeg. Yeah, you're gonna see some storms probably. Crystal says we have a red tornado warning on Sperling. Yeah, so you don't actually. Sorry, you do. You are actually. Sperling is inside the tornado warning, but you're well northwest of the tornado warned storm, so you're fine. There is going to be some more storms heading your way, but the storm that has caused the tornado warning right here is not a problem for you. This storm here is not going towards Sperling. It's going to the east. And so it's not a problem for you. Good. So, yeah. What about LeBro? Where's LeBro again? I cover LeBro every year. Oh, it's right there. Okay, so it's to the east. Yeah. I mean, this storm's kind of heading over towards Steinbach, heading over towards LeBro. Slowly but surely. Has everybody downloaded our free app? Otterburn has received its third or fourth warning. Where's Otterburn here? Otterburne. I see. Yeah, so you're not actually in the tornado warning, but this is one of those situations where, there's a lot of situations where people are getting warned where they don't have to just because of the proximity effect of the cell phone towers inside of the tornado warning. You're one of the situations where it actually does make sense because you're actually out ahead of the storm. So there's a really strong chance that Otterburn's going to get tornado warned if they extend the tornado warning to the east, which based on the structure of the storm, I would say may or may not happen. It's hard to say for sure, but it's still got that kind of look to it. Going to be some hail in McTavish right now, Silver Plains. But yeah, so Probably the strongest part of it should miss Morris proper, but we'll see. I think going to Eli. You're kind of west of the action right now. There are some storms to the southwest that may affect you, right? Because Eli is up here. So there are some storms over here. These ones down here near Starbuck, they sure got the look to them. They've got that curvature, right? They've got the hooks. Follow me into the desert. Sorry, I got that Soundgarden song stuck in my head. Follow me into the desert. I think we're going to cover that with our band. Let's see here. Genesis, I'm watching that storm heading towards Starbuck, and it looks like a big spaceship. Oh, boy. She's got the look. Well, and so that line of Starbuck storms there is kind of interesting. Let's watch this at faster speed here. Let's back this up and watch how this develops. So there were some strong storms or at least heavy thunderstorms in Winnipeg earlier. You saw them right about here, right around 5-ish. But you see these ones. These ones are the interesting ones. I'm going to speed this up a bit. These ones are interesting right here that develop just east of Eli. Because they're not moving very fast. Hold on, let me bring this back to 1. See, they're not moving very fast here. The Starbuck storms. They're kind of sitting still. Watch these right here. They're starting to curl a bit right on that last frame. So I'm a little bit concerned with them. So it could be interesting for Winnipeg moving forward as these storms track to the east. We'll see what happens. Professor says, I hate the not moving very fast storms because they drop a lot of water. Yeah, they sure do. Flooding is certainly an issue when storms stay in one place for a long time, right? Follow me into the desert, thirsty as you are. I've gotten 3 tornado warnings. We live in Sperling. You're fine. You're fine. There is a storm. You know, there's some rain and some lightning heading your way, but that is not the storm that is tornado warned. The storm that is tornado warned is the one basically just north of Morris right now, heading towards Aubigny and eventually towards Otterburn. Is it Otterburn? I say Bourne. Sorry, almost looked like the Bourne Ultimatum. Otterburn. Let's see how that's pronounced. You ready? See if we got this one. Nothing? No, nothing happened.
By the way, it's Albany. You don't pronounce the G.
I thought you were you totally jump scared me. I thought you were
What?
I thought you were the model voice for a second. I was just like, oh my goodness, like why did it happen so late? So you're the exact same volume, almost the same. There's like a similar tone there. That was freaky. That freaked me out. Sorry, how do you say it? It's
Albany.
Albany. You don't say the G? Is that did we get some feedback in the comments here?
Yeah.
Albany. Okay, cool. What's the app called? Depends. If you want this one, which is Instant Weather Pro, you can get it at instantweatherpro.com. It's a website, but it's also available inside of our app. So if you subscribe on the website, then you're able to use it inside the app. If you subscribe inside the app, you can use it on the website. And our free app is called Instant Weather. As you see at the top here, Instant Weather. And we just did an update on the Android app. So hopefully that's working better. If you have our free Android app and you're in the comments, can you please jump into the comments and let me know, did you update and how is it working? Please. I need some real-time feedback, please. Your sisters and Carmen, do we need to worry? I don't think so. Last time I took a look at Carmen, I think it was okay. Yeah. So there is a little storm heading towards Carmen right now from Graysville, but it looks pretty boring so far. Now that can change. So Carmen is going to get a storm. This storm is heading directly towards Carmen at the moment. But again, it maybe has a little bit of hail in there. It doesn't look too exciting. These ones are a little bit more interesting to me, though. These Starbuck ones east of Eli. These ones are interesting. Near Fanny Stella. Fanny Stella. Hold on, let me click that. We going to hear anything? Nothing. Then I'll get jump scared by Atlanta again. The Starbuck ones are merging into one. There's not really any rotation on it at the moment. They got an interesting look, but there's no rotation on that one. Now, we just did get a brand new update on this one. I would say that, sorry about moving the screen around. I'm trying to do my swiping tool. Is that further north? It looks like it's further north. Sorry, Dalton is pointing me at a different storm. Was it the Sandy Bay one? That one's the one north of Amaranth. Has quite the hail core on it right now. Or is it this one way up here by Dauphin? No, I don't know what he's looking at. By Vassar? One second here. Vassar. Oh, he's looking at this one. Okay. Sorry, I'm totally on the wrong storm. Okay, that's got an interesting look to it. Near Vassar. Yeah, there's something going on here near Wampum. Interesting. That's right down by the international border there. Wonder what it looks like from the U.S. Would you cry for me? I lost my head again. The system is moving north, like northeast. Wampum. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wampum. Let me click it. No, nothing happened. Okay, fine. Amy says my app isn't updating the weather very good. Can you clarify? Are you using our free app? Are you using Instant Weather? I think it was working great last time I checked it out. I'll double check again here. One sec. Are you using Android or are you using iOS? And did you update the app? So the iOS version the update's not available just yet, but the Android one is available today. And that would be 2.1.352, I think. Okay. Let's see if it's working for me. Would you? Yeah, it seems to be working for me. Let me punch in Winnipeg here. Sorry, one sec. Winnipeg. Yeah, it seems working fine. Working fine for Winnipeg. Good. There's a go below the ad here. That's our new app. You can get it for free at instantweatherapp.com. Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate it. Deb says, just updated, was working well. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, So Fanny Stella, pronounced Tell, not Ella. It's also known for its pink hotel. So it's just Fanny Stell? Oh, cool. App is working great, says KGen. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thundering and Carmen. Thank you, Anthony. Yeah, there's definitely a storm coming into Carmen right now, but it is not the one that is tornado warned. That one is going right up towards Albany. Albany. Not supposed to say the big part, right? Albany. Yeah, if you're in that area right now, I would be taking shelter with that storm for sure. There's a second tornado system coming towards Sperling and Silver Winds. What? Second tornado system. The free app is called Instant Weather, and it is free. Amy, what? Sorry, can you clarify what's not working with it? Slush says my app shuts off in 10 seconds. Did you update it? Because we just put in an update today. Albany, thank you. Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate it. Even Brittany helped me out here with Fanny Stell. Thank you. No, just turned it on. Okay. Yeah, can you please go and update it? If you just go to the Google Play Store, or if you're on an iPhone, you probably already have the latest update, which is 261. So it's 2.1.261. But if you're on Android, if you have 261, please go update it, because the new update is much better, and it fixes a lot of. There was quite a few crashes, so if we completely fix that, we believe we fixed that. But that's why I wanted to get your feedback on it. But from our testing, it looks really good. Chia Tia. That's cool. We're tracking storms right now in Manitoba. Sarah says, I just downloaded the app on my iPhone. Awesome. Oh, by the way, the new version on Android, if you go into the settings, you can actually adjust the text size, and that will be coming to the iPhone version as well, too. So you actually be able to, there's a slider in the settings, and if you have a hard time, seeing the smaller text, you can actually adjust that slider, and you can get much bigger text in the app. So hopefully you like that. Alert in South Winnipeg, says Derek. In South Winnipeg. Did you get the watch again? I'm not seeing anything for Winnipeg right now. There is a severe thunderstorm watch, a giant severe thunderstorm watch across most of populated Manitoba. And there is a tornado warning down here, which is what we are tracking, just northeast of Morris, near Albany. App is fine now. Sweet. Did you update it? Yes. What languages did you use to develop the app? We did both the so on iOS, it's all in Swift, and it's all Kotlin on not all Kotlin, but so it's a little bit of Java and a lot of Kotlin on Android, which is like the true Android languages. And then same thing, it's a little bit of Objective-C and a lot of Swift, pretty much all Swift on iOS. Yes, you did update the app, and now it works great. Aha, perfect. Yeah, you have to manually go find it and update it. So basically, if you just go to Google and search Instant Weather Google Play Store. It should give you the link. Even easier than that, if you just type in, I actually have a link for you. I'm going to put it up on the screen. Where's my banners here? This is the easiest one. If you just go to Instant Weather app, so you see the banner right beside me over here. You just go to instantweatherapp.com. You'll see the link to the Androids, and you'll see Google Play, and you'll see the link to the Apple App Store. So again, yeah, you may want to double check if there's an update for your Apple version of your app as well. but there is one coming. It's in the approval stage. Apple takes way longer to approve, way longer than Android. Android, we submitted it in the afternoon, and it was like a couple hours, and it was live. Apple's like 2-3 days, and you finally get something. Oh, Nathan says, good stuff. Fair enough. Sorry, I'm a web and Apple developer myself, so mad respect. That's a lot of work. It was a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. So our previous app was, you'd appreciate this, was done with Cordova. So really, it was just a website that looked and felt like an app. But that presented a lot of issues. And we had to, bite the bullet and make the hard decision of, do we want to run 2 individual apps on 2 entirely native code bases? And yeah, so we did that. I don't know, Nathan, you're a developer. I mean, it's ultimately a lot easier to develop for Apple, because with Android, there's so many different devices, and like some LG phone has an issue that the Samsungs don't, that the Google Pixels don't, that, like the Huawei's do. Like there's so many different devices with Android. It's a pain in the butt. But the approval process, much better with Android. It takes a lot longer with Apple. Some would argue that the approval process taking so long with Apple is because they're actually using a lot more humans in the loop, and they're actually doing a deeper dive on your app to make sure that it's rock solid. So Steinbach just got an alert as well. You got the tornado warning from Steinbach. Look how far away that is. We need to measure this here. We're going back to single mode. Here's single mode. Okay. So let's do a measurement here. So from Steinbach to the tornado warning is 30.
They extended it east. That's why.
Okay. I was about to say, if they didn't extend it east out, why is 36 kilometers away getting notified? There. Okay. So that makes way more sense. Thank you, Alana. So from Steinbach to here. So it's only 16 kilometers away. So that's why you got the tornado warning. But you're not actually in the tornado warning yet. That doesn't mean you won't be in the tornado warning later. It just means you're not in it yet. Carmen's getting a storm, just some heavy rain, maybe some lightning and some small hail in there, but nothing too exciting. Nothing too exciting. A little bit of a hook on that Starbucks storm. Interesting. Gotta keep an eye on that one. It's had an interesting look for a little while now. And we still want to keep an eye on what's happening northeast of Dauphin here. We switch over to... where did my radars go? Oh, there we go. Switch over to Fox Warren. Sorry if I move the map around too fast there, folks. I like to jump from storm to storm here. Yeah, it's storm risk off. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, so they extended the tornado warning to the east. Only a 1% tornado risk right now on the cell that is tornado warned. Machine learning is not that excited about that particular cell. Here's Lac du Bonnet. That's one of the names I remember from a decade of live streaming in Manitoba. Lac du Bonnet. I'm not going to forget that one. Skylar says, how do we see the photos and videos? Is it in the app? If by see you mean see other people's photos and videos, you might just want to, I see that you're on Facebook. You might just want to go to our Facebook group, Manitoba Storm Reports. I'm not sure how many people have reported on that right now, but hopefully a few. Oh, you did React Native? Yeah, we really considered it. Seriously considered it. Almost went with React Native, but we decided Instant Weather Pro is using React.js. But for React Native, we were so close to doing it, and we're like, you know what? We're just going to build it in pure native code. So it was months and months and months and months of work. Let's see here. Got the tornado warning on my phone in Steinbach. Yeah, to clarify, Tyler, Steinbach is not actually in the tornado warning yet. You're just close by. So here's Steinbach right here. Okay. Here's the tornado warning. It looks like a truck again. I can't help myself. Anyways, here's the cab. Anyway, so there's the truck of the tornado warning again is going this way. And Steinbach is close. You're 16 kilometers away. Why does every tornado warning look like a truck? If you were on our live stream yesterday, you would know. Actually, this one kind of looks like an elephant. All right, I need to stop. Why? Okay, there we go. All right. Why is Winnipeg getting so many alerts? Did Winnipeg get this tornado warning? Because currently Winnipeg is only under a severe thunderstorm watch at the moment. Just a severe thunderstorm watch for Winnipeg. There's no warnings for Winnipeg at the moment. If you got one on your phone, then that is because there are tornado warnings to your south. And it's just a proximity issue. Looks like the Nordiques logo. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Thank you, amazing person 349. Appreciate it. Yeah, so a lot of people are getting the tornado warning that aren't actually in the warning. I've gotten 4 tornado alerts in Winnipeg. Yeah. This is most of my live streaming time is to explain to people that they're not in the tornado warning. I spend a lot of time doing this, but it's okay.
Hopefully, when we someday have more storm-based polygons, that won't be as much of an issue.
Yeah, one can dream.
Fingers crossed.
My toes, eyes, and T's are crossed for storm-based warnings, but yeah, it might not be this year. We'll see. Cross your fingers for next year. We'll see. I got a tornado warning in Lorette. Thank you, Megan. Let me go look and see if you're actually... If you want to know if you're in the tornado warning, a really good way is to download our free app and then check. So let's do this. I'm going to check in Lorette. I'm going to check in Lorette here. Let's see what's going on for Lorette. Nope. Lorette only has a severe thunderstorm watch. No tornado warning for Lorette. And now you might say, but Adam, I got the Amber Alert type warning on my phone. So doesn't that mean that I'm in the path of this? No, that doesn't mean anything. It just means you're somewhere near the tornado warning. That's all it means. Now, it might mean you're actually in the tornado warning. You have to double check. This is, if we can give you a step-by-step process, it goes like this. You receive a tornado warning on your phone.
Adam, I'm going to interrupt you. No. There is a new tornado warning just southwest of Winnipeg.
Oh, they extended it to the northeast? Okay, I'll refresh. Aha. Oh, maybe it's for this one.
Yep.
Aha. Okay, so they did tornado warn that little storm south of Starbuck. Let's take a look at the details here. It says near Starbuck. Well, that clarifies that. Moving east at 20 kilometers an hour. It is not going very fast. They've tornado warned this little cell here, the Starbuck storm. So if you're in Ferndale, Sanford, LaSalle, Oak Bluff, I would be preparing to take shelter with that storm. If you are in Southern Starbuck or Ferndale or Sanford, now's the time to take shelter with that storm. Tornado warning issued by Environment Canada. So now we've got a really interesting shape. We've got 3 different tornado warnings here. And this storm's still cooking pretty solid. Only 1% on that particular one, but it's heading to the east. So if you're in St. Pierre, is it Sud? S-U-D? Here, I'll click it and see if we can get something out of it. Sud, so I was right. St. Pierre, Sud. If you're in that area, if you're in... Nothing? I thought for sure it would get this location. Let me try again. No, it didn't like me. Fine. Oh, never mind. We got it. It just took a minute. Okay. If you're in those areas, I would be taking shelter. Carrie, La Rochelle, Dufrost, St. Elizabeth area. All of that needs to be taking shelter with that particular storm. They didn't end the tornado warning to the west yet. I don't know if they're going to continue it with these particular storms over here. But we have a tornado warning on the storm south of Starbuck, heading east, and we have a tornado warning on the storm south of Albany, heading east as well. The storm track's trying to take it to the southeast. It's more so due east. So we'll be heading eventually over towards Hanover, Grunthal, Manitoba, Kleefeld area. Okay. Now, everybody in Winnipeg got a tornado warning from this one, right? But you didn't actually get a tornado warning, Winnipeg. I know. You got it on your phone. Sorry, I was going through my step-by-step process here. Here's your step-by-step process. You receive tornado warning. You go to a safe place. You open up the Instant Weather app, for example, or Environment Canada's app, whatever. Open up some reasonably reliable app, and you double-check, does my area actually have a tornado warning or not? If not, maybe you join our live stream, or you check radar, see where the storms actually are, see where the tornado warning actually is. All of these things are useful. No text warning for me in Winnipeg. Jason, you didn't get the you didn't get the Amber Alert kind of thing? Tornado warning just ended for Morris, says Greg. That would make sense. Let me hit refresh. This thing refreshes like every 20 seconds. There we go. Okay, you're right. Perfect. Okay, so they ended this tornado warning for Morris. They've continued the tornado warning for Otterburn, Carrie area, Dufrost, Saint Pierre Joly, Saint Pierre Sud. I can't pronounce anything, but something like that. Thanks, Nathan. Appreciate it. Tornado warning Hanover. Should I be taking shelter? Let's see. Hanover, you're not actually in a tornado warning yet, Connor, believe it or not. I know you received it, but that's just because you received the proximity warning. You're not actually in the tornado warning yet. I would be on high alert, getting ready to take shelter, though, because you're not far from it. So 2 tornado warnings continue in southern Manitoba. Winnipeg is not in a tornado warning. I know there's 1,000 of you in the comments that want to know if Winnipeg is actually in a tornado warning, and you are not in a tornado warning right now. The tornado warned storm is south of Starbuck, moving east. It will head towards Sanford area. It will head towards Ferndale, Oak Bluff, LaSalle, all these areas in Manitoba. Now, depending on which direction it goes, it's pretty much standing still. So we'll see what it does. It's probably going to move east, if anything. Why include Winnipeg then, says Nikki. We're not Environment Canada, so this question is not for us. But to clarify, it's a proximity alert. So what it happens is any cell phone tower near Oak Bluff can reach pretty much, that cell phone tower can reach pretty much anybody in Winnipeg. And therefore, when it just does its blast of a tornado warning, it automatically notifies everybody in Winnipeg. It would be really nice if they actually put the name of the location in the tornado warning. Wouldn't that be wonderful? That would clarify things for a lot of people. Yeah, so Winnipeg is not in the tornado warning. There's a tornado warning just to the southwest of Winnipeg, but Winnipeg is not in the tornado warning. So I hope that clarifies for you. Nikki says, thank you. You're very welcome. I'm glad to clarify it. Marnie says, I'm in Winnipeg near the perimeter, south close to St. Norbert, Oak Bluff, LaSalle is not far from Fort Richmond in Winnipeg. It's not too far. No, it's not. This is the storm that Environment Canada warned. So just to clarify where you are. Let me go, I'll do a little measurement here. Let me go to single mode and let's go the heart of Winnipeg all the way to where the actual potential tornado activity is happening is about 42 kilometers to your west, 43 kilometers to your west. And about, let's see, right to the edge of town, about 33 kilometers southwest. And this storm is not even, it's not moving. It's going very slowly. Why do I have 50 frames selected here? Let me dial this back here. 12 seems good. Okay. So this is the storm. That's so far it's moved in an hour. Not very far. 741, 747, 753. So between 747 and 753, it didn't even move. I mean, it kind of moved, but the hook echo, the part that's important, it didn't really go anywhere. So currently, that storm's pretty much sitting still. Now, this is the other tornado warned storm, southwest of Cary, near St. Elizabeth, heading towards Dufrost. That particular one, still a concern. And yeah, if you are east of that one. Now, I'm not seeing anything wild for rotation on radar here, but who knows? There could be a land spout on it. You've got spotters on these storms, and they're in direct communication with Environment Canada. So, and that just turned into a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, this tornado warning has been dropped. Been downgraded to a severe thunderstorm warning. And let's take a look at those details. Environment Canada. Meteorologists tracking a severe thunderstorm capable of producing damaging wind gusts and up to quarter-size hail and heavy rain. It's over Dufrost, and it's moving east at 30 kilometers an hour. Hazards are 90 to 110 kilometer an hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail, and 15 to 50 millimeters of rainfall. But this tornado warning has been downgraded. So that's good news. Elmo says Winnipeg. Yeah, Winnipeg is not inside the tornado warning. I know you got it on your phone. We deal with this every time. Just because you got it on your phone doesn't mean you're actually inside the tornado warning. Again, the first assumption would be, wait, what's this little storm doing? Look at this little storm popping up right near LaSalle. Look. Where do you think you're going? Trying to park it over here by Park LaSalle. So there is a little storm popping up that just popped up that's heading northeast towards parts of Winnipeg. That's not the one that's under the tornado warning. This is the tornado warned storm. Right over here by the Winnipeg Gliding Club. Just south of Starbuck here. This is the one that is the concern, and it's not going anywhere. It's moving very, very slowly. I think the warning said it was moving east at 20 kilometers an hour. Nathan says, next we're going to hear, I got the warning in Regina. I mean, if you're watching TV, it's possible. Sometimes these stretch pretty far when you get the TV alert. What's the chances of a tornado hitting Winnipeg? I don't know. It's unlikely. But we're going to keep watching it. When you have tornado warnings this close by, you got to kind of pay attention, right? Is New Bothwell going to be hit? Those are questions nobody can answer. Let me try. New Bothwell. You're going to see a storm probably at some point. You're going to see some rain. You're actually already starting to see it. Are you going to be hit? I don't know. It seems unlikely. How do we say tornado in French to respect this French tornado? Is it tornado? How do you say it? I can forget. Anybody? Anybody good at French? I sure am not.
I'm pretty sure it's tornado.
Tornado? Hey, all right. I got it. Ashley says Steinbach just got a tornado alert. Thank you very much, Ashley. Appreciate it. To clarify, Steinbach is not. I repeat, Steinbach. Oh, wait, hold on. Before I repeat anything, I should hit refresh just to make sure I got the latest. No, Steinbach is not in a tornado warning right now. How are you getting it that far away? Oh, I see. You got this one. Now, this happened yesterday as well, too. Like, a lot of people, after the tornado warnings had already ended, people are still getting tornado warnings on their phone, like, for a long time. There is a lot broken with that system. We got an update on the Starbucks storm, and let's see how far it's moved. It hasn't. So the tornado warning that everybody in Winnipeg is concerned with, the storm is not even moving. This little development is interesting, though. This one that just popped up near LaSalle. Cool. What's the environment look like? I didn't even look. Let's take a look at the violent tornado parameter. Oh, there is some. It's not actually that weak. This is a 1, I believe. Yeah, so there's a 1, a 0.5, and a 0.25. So there's a little bit of 1 with these storms. So that's interesting. A little bit of violent tornado parameter in the area. You've got your low up here. What's the low at right now? 1013. You got a cold front right here pushing to the east. So yeah, you've got some ingredients. You got some stuff going on. Uh-oh. I wanted to get rid of that. There we go. Yeah, you got an environment. Alexa says we got a tornado. Hopefully I didn't make everybody's Alexa go off there. Sorry. Alexa says we got a warning in Mitchell saying a tornado hit Low Farm. No, it didn't actually say that a tornado hit Low Farm. It just said Low Farm was the location of the storm that had a potential to produce a tornado. It didn't actually say that tornado hit Low Farm. It's possible that one did. I haven't heard anything. Has anybody else heard anything other than what you're actually, like the Amber Alert kind of tornado warning that you received? We got the warning in St. Norbert. Where's St. Norbert? Weren't we just looking at it? Norbert. St. Norbert. Manitoba? Oh, I see. St. Norbert is part of Winnipeg? Yeah. Should you be worried right now? Well, there's a storm developing. Oh, what happened? Are they all gone? Did they drop every warning?
Yeah, I just got a notification saying it was ended.
Okay, everything is ended, folks. So the tornado warning has ended. The severe thunderstorm warning on this storm has ended. The Dewfrost storm. Everything is ended. It's interesting that they issued a tornado warning for this one. I wonder if they got a report. There's still a storm coming into Winnipeg. It looks relatively boring. Oh, hold on a second. I'm getting a phone call here. Oh, boy. 1 second. Hold on a second. Okay. Sorry. Sheila had a question. She says, I want to know why Environment Canada decided to delay the implementation of the new, more localized weather tornado warnings. It was supposed to roll out June 1st. Yesterday, we were getting not We were getting not tornado watch or warnings, but tornado on the ground 3 hours away from us, including the marine tornado. Yeah, that's up to Environment Canada. There's nothing we can really comment about. Yeah, got delayed. Ellen says LaSalle system shows tornado on radar. No, it doesn't. Zoom in on Winnipeg. Winnipeg's right in the center of the screen here. There's a storm to your west. There's a storm developing to your south. All tornado warnings have ended from Environment Canada. Caitlin says, looks like the tornado out by Starbuck. Is there a tornado by Starbuck? I don't think there. I haven't seen any confirmation of a tornado in Starbuck. Anybody? I haven't heard anything specific about a tornado in Starbuck. I could be wrong. Probably look deeper here. Just a warning for Starbuck? No, Starbuck is not under a warning anymore. All warnings have been dropped. There's still a severe thunderstorm watch and pull. Is there even a severe thunderstorm watch? Did they drop everything at the exact same time? Hi, notice me. Hi, Amanda. Did everything get dropped? Someone just hit the button and just dropped everything at once. Or did I turn them off? Oh, no, I turned them off. Yeah, okay. Sorry. The tornado warning has ended. The severe thunderstorm warning is still in place for this particular storm, the Carrie Dufrost storm. So that severe thunderstorm warning is still in place. The severe thunderstorm watch is still in place, but the tornado warnings have ended. So the tornado warning on this storm that was south of Starbuck, that thing has just fallen apart completely. So that is not a concern anymore. Winnipeg, you're going to see some storms. This one is kind of interesting, though. And there's nothing on velocity. There's nothing with the wind that's interesting about it. It just got an interesting shape. But yeah, there's no warnings right now for Winnipeg. None at all. You might still be getting them on your phone. That sounds to me like a glitch. I turned off the warnings. Ellen says the LaSalle system moving towards Winnipeg showing tornado activity. What are you talking about? What tornado activity are you talking about, Ellen? I'm probably going to have to ban you, Ellen, if you keep saying that. I don't see any tornado activity, quote unquote, with the Starbucks storm. It looks like an absolute sloppy mess now. Yeah. I might have to pull out the ban hammer. You seem like you're nice, Ellen, but no. What you're saying is incorrect. We've been doing this for about 13 years now, and I'm going to have to go ahead and say what you're saying is incorrect. Actually, 13 years for instant weather and Manitoba Stormwatch. I've been doing weather stuff for probably, I don't know, maybe almost 15, 20, somewhere in there. Yeah, that Starbucks storm has absolutely fallen apart. It is not a concern anymore, and they have dropped the tornado warning on it, so it is not a concern. No more severe weather? Well, that's not true, because there is a severe thunderstorm warning on this storm here down by Saint-Pierre-Joli and Saint-Pierre-Sud. That particular, I can't pronounce anything, sorry. Those particular storms. What does the red over Park LaSalle? The only thing red means is heavy precipitation. Red just means heavy rain. Now, when I swipe over, I'm looking at the winds. So if there was something really interesting about the storm, I'd be letting you know. But so far, it's just some heavy rain, probably some lightning in there too. About the St. Pierre tornado. There is no St. Pierre tornado. There was a tornado warning, and now that tornado warning has been dropped. This storm is still pretty decent, though. This Dufrost storm. See, this is a little bit more interesting near Dufrost. This storm used to be under a tornado warning. Only a 1% tornado risk right now on that cell. How likely is it to hit Winnipeg? Which one? The storm that's literally moving into Winnipeg right now? I would say Winnipeg's going to get some rain. That is pretty much guaranteed unless these things absolutely just fizzle out. But I would say Winnipeg's probably going to get some more rain. You've already had some earlier, and you're going to get some more. You're probably going to get some more. So, yeah, I would think so. I got to give a shout out to Giggle Plays. Yep. Is the Dufrost storm heading towards Steinbach? Kind of. The north side of it is. Yeah, the north side of that storm is heading up towards Steinbach, but I don't think it's a problem at the moment. Is the Dufrost storm still trekking southeast? It's trekking more east. Yeah, actually, you know what? You're right. Southeast. Very slowly southeast. So it's actually going to head towards, it's Dufrost, St. Malo, Barkfield. How do you pronounce that? Let's see here. Mallow, I think. Okay. And that one is still under severe thunderstorm warning. And what do those details say? It says over Dufrost, moving east. It said moving east at 3 kilometers, but it looks like it's moving slightly to the southeast. 90 to 110 kilometer an hour winds are possible. Quarter size hail and 15 to 50 millimeters of rainfall is all possible. I'm not seeing anything too wild from the wind, although severe hail has jumped up to 32% on that one now. That's a decent little storm there. And that signature down there is interesting as well. But only on tilt 1, so it could be some noise. Okay. So we'll keep an eye out on this Winnipeg storm. This looks pretty sloppy right now. This Park LaSalle one, nothing on wind. There's nothing on velocity, on wind velocity here. Nothing exciting at all. That storm actually looks pretty boring. This one that used to be under a tornado warning over here by Ferndale also looks super boring. These storms look super duper boring. They're all at 1% or 0.1%. 0.1%. All boring. Boring. Solo says, maybe a little off topic, but how do you get wind speeds? I know radar can see rain, but not wind. No, it can see wind. So there's another product from radar called wind velocity. So this is precipitation. This is wind. Precipitation, wind. So we can swipe back and forth. Actually, Instant Weather Pro is the only pro radar software where you can actually swipe back and forth between two products. I'm sure everybody else will rip us off at some point, but for the time being, Instant Weather Pro is the only way to actually swipe back and forth between two products and compare. You can compare, and every other radar has this kind of setup where you can see the wind on the right and you can see the rain on the left. Right? But I really like the idea of being able to swipe. So you can actually you can basically pixel peep exactly where the positioning of, maybe rotation is versus the actual core of the storm. So that's a pretty useful thing. Huge thank you to all those who have subscribed. You can do so at instantweatherpro.com, or you can subscribe inside of our free app, which is called Instant Weather. Do you have our free app? Let me know if you have a free app. By the way, if you have our free app and you're on Android, go to the Google Play Store, please, and update the app. Is this Dewfrost storm going to produce a tornado? I don't know. Is that still a problem? Sam says you went to our iPhone app, you went to do Instant Weather Pro, and it said product not found. Is that still a problem? I thought we solved that, but that might still be a problem. You know what you can do, by the way? Sam, if you go to instantweatherpro.com, you can subscribe to it on our website, and then we can give you a code to put into the app, and it'll allow it in the app. So head over. It's actually cheaper if you do it on our website, too. We have to charge a little bit more on the app because Apple and Google, they take like 15 or 30%. So we have to charge a bit more. Smith says, Adam's a former storm chaser. Started Instant Weather 13 years ago. I'll take that. That's pretty much the idea. Charlie, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So, by the way, Terry, you can actually the new update to the app solves that problem. So, if anybody else is having that problem with the Android version of our new app, where it said something about the web view and you have to delete it, just go to Google Play and update the app, and it should solve that. That should be solved now. Someone said we don't know if all tornado warnings have ended. Yes, we do know that, and all tornado warnings have ended. There is no tornado warnings right now in Canada. Zippity doo-dah. Well, as of now, yes, as of right now, no tornado warnings. Why does US radar have more options to view compared to Canada? I don't know what you mean by more options. We have pretty much the same products. I just think the US radars they're a bit more tuned well. But we all have S-band radar now. Awesome, Nathan. Yeah, I would definitely update to the latest version of the Android app, though, if you do have it. Looks like we just got a radar update here. There is a tiny little bit of rotation here near Dewfrost. Right there. It's weak. Let's see what storm relative velocity has. We also have the only storm relative velocity for Canadian radar that I know of. I think maybe Environment Canada has something internal, but we're pretty much the only. I think we're the only public option to have storm relative velocity for Canada. Can everybody type the? I'm supposed to ask. Can everybody type the wave emoji for Giggle Plays? Can everybody put a wave emoji in the comments for Giggle Plays, please? Let's see here. That's what I've been asked to type. Okay. How do I add a photo for you? Someone sent a funnel cloud from LaSalle. If you want, you can go. If you are on Facebook, you can go to our Facebook group called Manitoba Storm Reports and put it there. Got a lot of waves. A lot of waves coming in. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, yeah, if you want to maybe do that, you can. If you are on Facebook. If not, you can email us at help@instantweather.ca. Yeah, but there is a tiny little bit of rotation there. Let's go to tilt 2, tilt 3. It's not really supported up top. It's only on the lowest level of radar. And there's just a little hint of rotation. It's very weak, though. So we'll have to keep an eye on that storm. Still only at a 1% tornado risk on that cell. And the stuff coming into Winnipeg looks real boring, which is good. Just a little bit of heavy rain down here by St. Vital. Yeah, some pretty strong winds up here by Benke's Point. This is northeast of Dauphin at the moment. Some pretty strong winds up in there. What are we at here? 65.88 kilometers an hour. Follow me into the desert as you are. Follow me into the desert. Sorry, I got all day I've had Soundgarden stuck in my head. Thunder and Steinbach, thank you very much, Brandy. Appreciate the report. Canadian heat pumps coming in. App's looking good. Can you add live stream links in the actual app so we can quickly find your stream when an alert pops up? Took me a while to find you. Yeah, I don't think I don't know if, did we notify this one? Oh, Lana's here, but she's going to, she has to sign off. So she's going to take off. So everybody say goodbye to Lana. Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Lana. Yeah, I don't know if we notified this live stream. We kind of just really went live like quickly. Tiff says nice voice. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Rock and roll storm chaser. Yeah, that's what my business card says. Oh, they've extended the severe thunderstorm warning over to Steinbach now. Grunthal, Sarto. But Brandon says, now that Atlanta's gone, tell us what you really think about her. Oh, she's wonderful. She's been a huge help over the years. She's great. Don't forget she's a meteorologist, so that's always good. I have family in Steinbach. Should I alert them? It's nothing too exciting yet, so I would say don't worry about it. They're going to get some rain. You might want to alert them to get some rain. Doing some Sabbath in Nazareth. I do play, I'm trying to think here. I know how to play Crazy Train pretty good. Even a live stream tab in the app to automatically get people to the live stream. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like that. We've talked about that before too. We really need to add that. Chances of a tornado. At this point, I don't know, pretty low, but crazier things have happened, so we need to watch for a little bit. We'll probably watch for another half an hour or something like that. I mean, we'll continue to watch, but I mean, we'll probably live stream for another half an hour. Gotta change the key of it, though, because it's a little too high for me. The follow me is too high, so. Follow me into the desert. Sing it down there. What's the title of the song I sang? It's Burden in My Hand by Soundgarden, I believe. Do we have any shows planned with the band? Yeah, the band that I joined, we're going to be playing at Sneaky D's, I believe, July 10th in Toronto. And the band is called Face the Lion. So yeah, still have some really broad weak rotation here. Pretty darn weak. Down here by Saint Pierre Sud and La Rochelle. Just north of Dufrost. Pretty weak, but it's still worth watching. Yeah, it's sure worth watching. It just got a lot more organized. Tilt 1 looks interesting right there. I think I'm going to go minor rotation on this just because it looks interesting. Let's see here. And it's been a few frames of it. Yeah, I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to make this wider. And I'm going to go minor rotation on that. Right near Saint Pierre Sud. Yeah, I'm going minor on that. Okay. Detected minor rotation on radar with the storm located, I'll just say, near Saint Pierre Sud. Let me make sure I spelled that right. Yeah. Traveling east, southeast. All right, let's do east-southeast at 26 kilometers per hour. Okay. And that is at 827. Yep. And it's going blue. And sending it off to 185 people who have our free app in the path of that storm. I'm going minor rotation on that one. 185 people. Just got that notification. Seeing this area of rotation right there. You don't really have to use storm relative velocity in this case because the storm's moving pretty slow. But if I hit Control-Shift-R, should see my polygon on the map here. There we go. Still only 1% tornado risk on that one, but yeah, a little bit of minor rotation on that one. I think it's worth mentioning. Definitely not heading up towards Steinbach. You're going to get some rain. You're probably going to get some lightning, thunder. But yeah. Can we get an update on the Park LaSalle storm? Sure. I don't think anything's going on up there. Yeah, it looks pretty boring. There could be a little bit of hail in there. Looks really boring on wind, so it's probably pretty calm with that storm. But there's 61 dBz in there, so there could be a little bit of hail in the St. Vital area. Just in South Fort Garry, Fort Richmond, Fairfield Park, Norman Park area. Yeah, a little bit of heavy precipitation, maybe some small hail going into southern Winnipeg. It'll eventually track to the northeast, and there's some more rain coming in from the west as well. I hope that helps. So it says, I really appreciate you guys going live, streaming this. Nice to have something to tune into when you get severe weather alerts. It's our pleasure. We can't go live for everything, but we try our best. Fell on Black Days is an amazing song, too. Yeah, absolutely. Sub to Instant Weather Pro on the Android app. Awesome. By the way, again, if you have the Android app, update it. We just pushed an update. It's a very important one for stability and some bug fixes. Definitely. And also, don't forget, on the new Android app, unfortunately, it's not on the new Apple one yet, but it's in the process of being approved. But on the new Android app, if you go into settings, if you find that the text inside of our app is a bit small, go into settings. There's a slider, and you can actually slide up to 150% text size. And then all of the text in the app, all of the detail, everything in the app text-wise will be much, much larger. It's pretty much as large as it can get without breaking the app. Oh, sweet, says Northern Spirit. Yeah. Is anything going to hit Steinbach? Yeah, maybe some rain. Some rain and lightning. Nothing. Connor had my back there. Thanks, Connor. Appreciate it. Could be a little bit of hail in southern Winnipeg right now. Happy Everyday says, can we say your nice-looking app works better in Manitoba than in other provinces in Canada with inputs from the community? I'd like to use it when traveling. It works great in a lot of different places in Canada. We have communities across Canada, so we have a page for every province and a community for every province, basically. So Yeah, it works great in Manitoba. It works great in different places. If you travel across Canada, then I would say instant weather is probably a good way to go. It also works. It also works anywhere in the world. The radar only works in North America, but the forecast works anywhere in the world. What is the app called? It is called Instant Weather, and it is free. And we just updated it. It's been a huge project. No velocity support, right in a noise band. Oh. Works great in Ontario. Thank you, Solo. Appreciate it. Yeah, Instant Weather. Just go to instantweatherapp.com. Yeah, that's just the way that future radar works sometimes with these isolated storms, is the storms end up going kind of east, but the future radar pulls them to the northeast because that's kind of the direction the overall system is going. So that's a bit tricky. That's why we're trying to influence it with the storm tracks a bit. We can probably be a little more direct with that too. So I appreciate that feedback, though. Thank you. Bust out a little something from the Eagles. I've been running down the road trying to loosen my load. Got 7 women on my mind. What is it for? Trying to storm me? One says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy. Take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. I have the Instant Weather app, but did not receive your alert. I'm in the Grunthal area. Really? Let me double check here. Grunthal. Oh, Grunthal. Oh, you didn't get my notification? You're in the polygon. Are you like in northern Grunthal? Because you're right on the edge. I wonder if you're just a little bit to the north, you might not have got it. Thanks, Dylan. Appreciate it. Let's jam sometime. All right, I'm down. When is it going to enter Winnipeg officially? Officially, it will enter Winnipeg, and it's already there. It's in southern Winnipeg at the moment, but it's just a rainstorm. Maybe a tiny little bit of hail. Is Instant Weather on the website? Yeah, we have a website, instantweather.ca. Thank you so much, Caitlin. Appreciate it. If you hang around long enough, I might just pull out my guitar and play an original song before I go. I played an original song in the live stream last night. It's been, it's one I've never played before. I wrote a long time ago. Will tornado hit Winnipeg? No. It's very unlikely. I hate to say no, but very unlikely. There is still some minor rotation down here. It looks like it may have gotten a bit weaker, which is good. We don't want it to get stronger. Definitely some hail in there. Grunthal might get some hail. Yeah, probably. Looks like it. I'm in the town of Grunthal. How did you not get this notification? Are you sure you have notifications turned on? Is there a town there? Am I in the wrong spot? Because if you're just to the north, then you might have missed this. Instant Weather Inc. Yeah, you can go instantweatherinc.com. Either instantweatherinc.com or instantweather.ca. Yeah, Desiree, I think it's you must just be. Are you just north of town? Are you like up here? Are you just north of the absolute center? Like how far between Grunthal and Hanover are you? Professor says no Grunthal exists. Been there. I mean, she's probably on a farm somewhere. I'm assuming a farm around here somewhere. There is a town there, says Diane. I don't see much. Like if Provincial Road 205, like you think you would see some like population here, but I'm zooming in like right to street level. Oh, there's a Petro-Canada. There's Grunthal right there. There's a Petro-Canada. Care Ann says we were evacuated from the Domain Hall an hour ago. Was that because of the previous tornado warning? Dylan says, your app is phenomenal, bud. Might turn out to be my go-to app for weather. Thanks. Appreciate it. And we've busted pretty hard for quite a while on this one. Oh, someone did send a small funnel cloud from LaSalle. It says, someone sent me this. I don't know. Kind of looks realistic. From LaSalle. Anybody see any funnel clouds with that one? Is there hail in the storm heading into southern Winnipeg? Maybe. It doesn't look like it now, though. It looks like it's weakened. Yeah, St. Vital's got some heavy rain in there. There's just some heavy rain moving into Winnipeg. And some lighter stuff as well. Some lighter stuff over by Assiniboia, heading east. So Winnipeg's going to see a bit of rain. Maybe a little bit of lightning. You probably already have had some. But it looks like overall those storms are weakening. The only thing that looks interesting right now is this storm down by Hanover. Down by Saint Pierre Sud. No tornado warnings now. You're good. All tornado warnings have been dropped. There's only a severe thunderstorm warning left. Jeff has a very interesting story. He says, do you know how the word hail started? Some farmer in Saskatchewan was out checking his field. It got really cloudy, so I decided to walk back to his house. As he was walking back, something was hitting him on the back. He turned around and said, what the hail is this? And to this day, that's what we call it. Jesse says, shout out to Grunthal Auction Mart. Yo, Grunthal Auction Mart, what's up? Yeah, Instant Weather Pro is browser-based, but you can also get it through our app. Should your MacBook Air be able to run Instant Weather Pro well? Absolutely. Say hello to my 7-year-old son. He's listening to you. Isaac. He wants to see a tornado. From a distance, right? From a distance. And one that's not affecting anybody, yes. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching the stream, Isaac. Appreciate it. Looks like a hook echo headed into French Portage. What? French Portage. You mean in Ontario? No, none of this looks exciting to me. I mean, you see little pieces like that, but there's no strong rotation. The one over by Moose Lake looks interesting. There's a little bit of something going on here, but it's pretty weak. This up here is just noise. So no, I'm not concerned with that. Thanks for the heads up, though. Appreciate it. This Grunthal one still looks somewhat interesting. How's that storm looking for you? And where did this thing just pop up? It's actually merging. Uh-oh. Okay, so there's a little cell here that pops up, right? And it's actually being sucked into the inflow of that storm. And now it's merging into that storm. And we need to keep an eye on that one. I'll tell you that much. Verbal report from my son in Rosenort. They saw a few funnel clouds, but nothing that touched down. Thank you for the report. Appreciate it. Typically, when I hear people say they saw a few funnel clouds, what they're actually seeing is scud. They're seeing like little scud fingers. And they say, oh, there's a few funnel clouds in that. It's actually none of them are funnel clouds. They're all just kind of like dangling outflow features of like scud fingers. That's usually what happens when we hear funnel clouds in the plural. There's Cody. Says, I have Instant Weather Pro pinned on the taskbar now. It's nice to have that ability. Easy to open the web browser version now. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. My boy Cody. Let's see here. Prince George, BC getting some action. Okay, I'll go take a peek over there. I want to get velocity. If you do it through our app is $10.99 a month, I believe. And then, or you can do $99 a year if you do it through our website. Let's see here. For Instant Weather Pro. Our actual app is free, but this is for Instant Weather Pro. Tornado warning Steinbach? No. Maybe? Let's find it. Oh, yeah, you're right. They have tornado warn the storm. I think they're concerned about the merge as well, too. So we have a brand new tornado warning. For Steinbach is actually under a tornado warning now, but Steinbach is not the problem. Steinbach, you're fine. The problem is the storm that's heading through the Grunthal area right now. Up to 2% tornado risk on that now. You saw our minor rotation polygon we issued a while ago. That we put out a while ago here. Notified a while ago. That would be the right term. Yep. There you go. Brand new tornado warning. Everybody in Steinbach is coming to our live stream and they're wondering, should Steinbach take shelter with this storm? And the answer is, let me see. Probably not. But I would say you probably want to be on alert and keep an eye on the live stream. I think that's probably a good idea. But I don't think the storm is really heading northeast. It's heading more east. So right now, if you are in the Grunthal area, if you're in Sarto, Barkfield, Pansy, Trentham, these are the areas that are of concern at the moment. But yeah, the Tilt 2, Tilt 3, that mesocyclone's starting to wrap up. And my main concern is the fact that it's sucking. So if we watch this, let me show you what I'm talking about here. So a little storm births out of this little Barkfield cell, right? So here's the main storm, okay? And here's this little Barkfield. But what happens is this births, and then it gets sucked into the inflow of that storm. And that's where we are right now. So what happens when that hits that inflow? Is it going to weaken the rotation? Or is it going to strengthen the rotation? Or is it not going to do anything? Those are the questions, people. These are the questions. What is itching me in my sock? That's another question. I also have that question. Carolee says, hold on, let me check radar. Yeah, Grunthal. I'd be taking shelter in Grunthal. You got that couplet right there. It is kind of moving to the northeast a bit. So, southern Hanover, southern Bristol. Hopefully not up to Steinbach, but if I was in Steinbach, I'd probably be on high alert. I wouldn't be necessarily getting to the basement yet, but I'd be on high alert with that one. That's a decent little storm here. It's caught our attention for sure. We're going to see what it does with that merge. The merge didn't immediately destroy it. But yeah, you can see it on storm relative velocity there. You can really see that rotation. You see that right there with Grunthal. I always thought merging storms made them stronger. Not always. I've seen many situations where a merge actually destroyed rotation. You had this really strong rotation, and then that storm just sucked in this storm that's coming in, and all of a sudden, boom, it just blew apart the rotation. I've seen that before for sure. So it's kind of, we have to kind of just sit there and see what's going to happen when that thing merges, right? What's the tornado percentage in Grunthal? I would be taking shelter in the basement in Grunthal with this one. I'm not sure exactly where you're at, but I would say basement is probably a good idea in Grunthal. Kyle says, instant sub, thanks for doing this. You're very welcome. We've been live streaming since 2015, which is pretty wild. It's funny when we hear people say like, oh, you guys are like the Ryan Hall of Canada. And so Ryan actually started streaming in 2022. We started streaming back in 2015, so it might be the other way around. Hold on a second here. Just gotta... Grunthal has a trailer park. That's never good. LePain says, appreciate your calm demeanor. My pleasure. I've been at this long enough that, yeah, I stay relatively calm unless I see some absolutely ridiculous signature on radar. Then I get a little bit more animated, but pretty much just stay pretty relaxed most of the time. Is there about to be a tornado? It's possible. This storm is looking pretty juicy. I would say it's a tornado is possible here. I mean, we have a tornado warning from Environment Canada in place. Steinbach's just getting the north end of that storm, getting some rain here. I know we have a lot of folks in Steinbach that follow our channel here. But the main risk right now is Grunthal, Sarto. How you pronounce it? Sarto? Sarto? Trentham, Hanover, southern Hanover area, southern Rosengard, southern Bristol, southern Friedensfeld. Yeah. Friedensfeld. And Hochstadt. How do you... I'm trying to give it my best German accent here. Speaking of which, I've been watching that new Tom Hanks thing. Has anybody been watching that? Learning a lot about that. What about the Saskatchewan storms? I don't think anything too wild's going over in Sask. There was some funnel clouds earlier. But, yeah, I don't know. Nothing we can really pull up on radar. You can't really see rotation on those types of funnel clouds. It's kind of like the Lanceboat tornado kind of stuff. Can't really see it on radar. Supercell tornadoes, though, you can see on radar. And that's what we're looking for right here near the Grunthal area. Third tornado warning. Yeah, you're going to get updates on them. Keep getting alerts in Winnipeg. Did you get this tornado warning in Winnipeg? Oh, not again. Winnipeg's not under a tornado warning. Steinbach is, but unless this thing decides to shoot hard to the northeast, Steinbach is not a concern for me right now. I mean, it's probably a concern for you if you're in Steinbach. You're wondering, the tornado warning, Steinbach actually is included in the tornado warning. But to me, you're not actually in the path right now. I'm in Winnipeg. Why me getting tornado warning? Because the Environment Canada system is kind of broken. I don't know why you're getting a tornado warning that far away. That's ridiculous. Like, how far away are you here? Let's see. I'm going to do some measurement time. This is what we do in the live stream a lot. We try to figure out how far away are you actually from the tornado warning? Why are you even getting the tornado warning? 31 kilometers north of the tornado warning, and you're still getting it. I don't know why. We are not Environment Canada, just to clarify. This is moving now. We just got a radar update moving towards Sarto, Trentham, moving due east. Steinbach is fine. I'm in Steinbach. You're fine. Very strong rain here. Thank you. If you could let us know where you... I just got it in Grunthal. You just got which? The tornado warning or... Steinbach is fine. I know Steinbach is in the tornado warning. You're in there. You're actually in the storm. Steinbach is in the storm that is under a tornado warning. But the area of concern is all down here near Grunthal, Barkfield, Pansy, Sarto, Trentham. Lebro, I'm more concerned about Lebro than I'm concerned about Steinbach right now. Maybe just a glitch. Oh, the you getting a tornado warning that far away? That's not a glitch. It happens all the time. My 88-year-old mother lives in Grunthal. How is she doing? Is she okay? It looks like the strongest part of the storm is now moving east of Grunthal. It's heading more towards, it's basically just northern Barkfield, heading over towards Trentham, and eventually over towards Lebro. Yeah, I'm more concerned about Lebro right now than I am concerned about Steinbach. I live in Edmonton, Alberta, And for some reason on July 2nd, there was a tornado warning near Cynthia, and somehow I got it. Yeah, it's a system is not, it's not great for that situation. It's not great. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate it. You're talking about this down here by Saint Jean Baptiste. Yeah, there's something interesting going on here. It's not too exciting, but probably worth keeping an eye on. I see. There was a couple frames there. It was decent. Yeah. It's pretty weak, though. This is certainly more concerning at the moment. Only still at a 2% tornado risk, though, on IW storm risk here. But yeah, if you're in Barkfield, if you're in Pansy, you probably want to be a pansy and get to the basement with that storm, I would think. Trentham, LeBreau is my concern. I am not concerned with Steinbach at the moment. You're going to get some rain. And Steinbach, lightning risk, maybe some really weak isolated flooding, but not my concern right now. Steinbach going to get any hail? Maybe, but probably not. Got the tornado warning in Winnipeg as well. I don't know why. I don't know why. Winnipeg is fine. Winnipeg's good. Us Nivervillians, I like that. Luke says, us Nivervillians deserve to know what your professional opinion is on our beloved town. Someone said, what are these arrows? It's the general direction of which way the storms are going, which way the overall storm is going, but it doesn't actually tell you which way the the rotation is going, and that's going due east right now towards Trenton. Our beloved town. That was adorable. Thank you for that message. Us Nivervillians. Where is Niverville here? I'll find you. That comment is worth me looking. Niverville. Oh, that's funny. Okay, you are in the tornado warning, but you're not in the path of the storm. You're fine. Nivervillians, rejoice. You're fine. Deadly says, I think the reason we get alerts in Winnipeg is because people often commute from Steinbach. That's not why. It's just a proximity thing. You're just somewhat close enough to the warning to get notified. There's a cell phone tower in Niverville that's basically just reaching Winnipeg. That's the only reason you're getting that warning. It's just proximity, but it's so far away. It's ridiculous that you're getting that warning. Anyways, yeah, Winnipeg's fine. Here's how to pronounce LeBreau. I don't know. Everybody in LeBreau calls it LeBreau, so I'm just going to call it LeBreau. And we're good that way. LeBreau is cooler. That's right. There you go. Steinbach's just going to get the edge. That's right. You're just getting the north side of it. Again, LeBreau is more my concern. Rain has eased in Grunthal. I can see outside again. Yeah, Grunthal should be fine now. The main concern is going to be Barkfield, Pansy, Sarto, Trentham. We should be getting a new radar update pretty soon. Did a tornado touch down? I don't know. We haven't had any reports of a tornado touching down. Brandon says, not a great system, but it shows how imperative instant weather streams and instant weather specific notifications are. Get way more accurate weather updates. Thank you so much, Brandon. Appreciate the shout out. If you don't have our free app, please download it. It's called Instant Weather. It is free. We have completely updated it. The new radar is incredibly amazing and smooth. And we are so proud of the new app. It has been a lot of work. We just got a new update on that. Yeah, if you're in Pansy, Barkfield, Sarto, Trentham, you need to take shelter with that storm. I'm even more confident now that Steinbach is fine, other than maybe some lightning risk. And there's some hail coming in east of Morris here. A little bit of a hail core on that one. Looking decent. If you want to subscribe to this, what I'm using right now, this is called Instant Weather Pro. You can do so at instantweatherpro.com. And huge thank you to all those who have subscribed to support this project. We initially built it for the Northern Tornadoes Project out of Western University, but also for us to use in the live stream and then to offer it to everybody else as a subscription service. And so it's been quite a journey. We appreciate all of the support. Lots has been improved with it. This is actually Instant Weather Pro 2.0. We've already revamped the whole thing. We've made lots of improvements to it. We've improved the US radar processing. We've improved all of the alert speeds and everything. And we've added IW storm risk, which tells you tornado percentage, severe wind percentage, severe hail, total severe risk. Lots and lots and lots of updates. And there's lots more coming. So never villains. I like it. Can someone please explain why the sky is green? So if the sky is green, typically that means you're looking at like a frozen ball of ice. You're looking at hail, usually. Sometimes it's just the way that the light is being, kind of obscured by the storm itself. But a lot of the time when you see a big green core, that usually indicates there's hail. Now, when there's hail, that means you have a strong updraft, right? To be able to pull all of that way, way up high where it's cold and hold it there. Usually means you have a strong updraft. So that's why typically a green sky, a green storm can be associated with tornado risk, but it's not a guarantee. To me, it only really means that there's probably some hail up there. Yeah, just 2%. It's nothing too exciting right now. Steinbach's fine. Common Steinbach, thunder and a bit of rain. Yeah, that's about it. That's probably all you're getting. I'm driving to Steinbach for ice cream. I'm in Steinbach, was hoping for a new roof. Do not hope for that. Please. When will it rain in Winnipeg? Jennifer, you might want to download our free app and then double check the timing on that. It's called Instant Weather. It is free. What's going on with Grunthal? Why is it circled on your map? Actually, it's not. This is an automatic circle that tracks the shape of the storm. It was from that particular frame there. Yeah, Grunthal, obviously under a tornado warning, but the strongest part of the storm now is over by Barkfield, Pansy, Trentham, and Sarto. Grunthal's fine. Yeah, no false reporting, not even as a joke, please. No one calls it LeBro. What? I swear on this live stream, ton of people have called it LeBro. People from LeBro have called it LeBro, but nobody calls it LeBro, says Tamara. Is this true? Let me know in the comments. Do you live in LeBro? And have you ever called it LeBro? Please let me know. Actually, a twister of strong winds. It's hard to say for sure, but there's definitely rotation on the south side of the storm. So I'm definitely concerned, and there is a tornado warning in place. Try to keep this page family friendly. So if you could do us a huge favor and avoid the profanity, we would appreciate that. I haven't heard anybody in LeBro say LeBro, and I play hockey there. LeBrokery? Yeah. LeBrokery. Are you sure Winnipeg is okay? I am certain. Winnipeg gets the warnings because we like complaining, and mosquitoes aren't really here yet. So you'll stop complaining about the incorrect tornado warnings. Steinbach is fine, Megan. You're fine. Other than some lightning risks, Steinbach is fine. Crazy how fast the storm came into Steinbach in 3 minutes. Hot tub session has been delayed. You might want to stay out of the water when there's lightning. I'm in Pansy, Trentham. Says, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Josiane. Josine? Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyways, you're in Pansy and Trentham. I hope you're underground right now. Realistically, big cities produce too much heat in order for them to actually touch down. Also, the lack of flat land. That is a total, absolute myth. There have been many documented cases of monster tornadoes going through huge populated cities. That is a total myth. Please never repeat it again, ever. Absolute myth. Absolute myth. Hold on. What is happening here? Okay, let's see here. I hear La Brokerie being called Lab, L-A-B, Labi, for short, but never La Bro. Okay. So Labi? People call it Labi? Jennifer, please check our app. Please. Jennifer's asked me like 95 times when the rain's coming for Winnipeg. Where is the rain at? In Winnipeg. You're asking again. Okay. See here. This person's in Winnipeg, and it's been raining for over an hour for them. Parts of Winnipeg are seeing rain, and other parts may see some as well. In Barkfield, it's getting windy. Yeah, I think so. You're in Barkfield right now? Yeah, the strongest part seems to be moving eastern Barkfield, Trentham, Pansy area. I really don't like the fact that radar's picking up on 130 kilometer an hour. Possible inflow winds there in Pansy. Still under a tornado warning here. What was your app, Instant Weather Pro? Yeah, it's instantweatherpro.com. That's how you can use the website version like I'm using right now. But if you subscribe to the website version, we'll send you a code, and you can put that into our free app, Instant Weather, and then you can get the mobile version of it as well. Both stuck at 118. That's weird. Send it to help@instantweather.ca. Northern Spirit. It should be fine. Did you refresh? I mean, I'm using Instant Weather Pro right now, and it's perfectly fine. Sorry, I'm trying to go through these. So many comments. 1 second. Who gives you the radar that we use? We're using Instant Weather Pro. This is our own radar, and we're using our own radar suite, and we're using radar data from Environment Canada right now. I'm in La Brokerie. Do I need to be worried? I would be somewhat concerned, but this is pretty much, let's see here. I'm trying to think. See, there's a few different La Brokeries on our map. Which one's the real one? I think this is the real one. If that's the real one and not the one to the south, the one at Road 27 North and Provincial Road 302, I don't think that is actually La Brokerie. Maybe it is. Maybe it's part of it. If that's where you are, I'm a little bit more concerned. If the real La Brokerie is east of Steinbach, then that one's fine. I'm more concerned with Pansy and areas to the east, like Watson P. Davidson Wildlife Management Area, Sandilands area. Those areas are my concern. Still tornado warning in place from Environment Canada. It's the old county-based warning systems. That's why the areas to the north. They're working on storm-based warnings. It's taking a long time. I call it lab. Alicia calls it lab. Lab. Do you just call it lab, or do you call it like labby, or you just call it lab? Everybody's calling it lab. I am way back in comments right now. Hold on, sorry. I gotta just miss a million comments. Who gives you the radar for your app? Environment Canada. At Supercell, just a few kilometers south of the international border, might just barely nudge north into Emerson. Thank you, amazing person 3409. Yeah, it's pretty much following our polygon. Yeah, that's right. Jessica says we call it lab. Okay, everybody calls it lab. Now, do you call it lab-B or do you call it lab? They have extended the tornado warning to the east to include La Broquerie. Lab, not lab-B. Okay, just lab. All right, I'm just going to call it lab from now on. No more La Bro. I swear I've heard people call it La Bro, but I am so far back in the comments here. Sorry, let me scrolling. There we go. I think I'm caught up here. Lab. All right. Yeah, lab is now in the tornado warning. But which one's the real lab? Is lab just east of Steinbach, or is it down here just southwest of Marchand? Let me know. I think it's this one. I think this is the real Lebro. Yeah. Near the golf course there. La Verendrye golf course. La Verendrye. La Verendrye golf course? Something like that. I think that's the real. Lebro is like a region, says Tamara. East of Steinbach. Yeah. Yes, the golf course. Okay, so if that's the actual Lebro up here, then that's the part of the storm that's really concerning is way down here. This has to be one of our largest Manitoba streams. Thanks for joining us on the stream, everybody. We appreciate it. If you don't have our free app, you might want to download it. It's called Instant Weather. I've had Instant Weather Pro for about a year, but I don't understand how to tell if there's rotation. Yeah, so you have to look at velocity, and then you can kind of see sometimes like green versus red gives you an idea of rotation. It's also good to switch over to storm relative velocity. It can kind of clean things up if the storms are moving fast, but in this particular case, the storm is moving slow. So regular velocity is actually better for that. Storm relative velocity will actually subtract the motion of the storm out of the velocity, and therefore it gives you a better idea. When storms are moving really quickly, storm relative velocity is much better for being able to see rotation. Sometimes it's hard to see those couplets when the storm's moving really quickly. Please talk about St. Anne. Okay. St. Anne's fine. You're north of the storm. You're totally fine. You're good. La Verendrye? Okay, I see. Thank you. Why is Cleefield still in the warning? Because it's like a set warning area. They haven't switched to storm-based warnings yet, so it's still just like this big blocky area that they just have to click. Smith says, hit the like button, by the way. Yeah, by the way, if you're on our live stream and you haven't done so and you're having a reasonable time, if you could hit the like button, we'd appreciate it. If you're on YouTube with us, hit the subscribe button. It's free, and then you'll get notified when we go live. We go live for Manitoba. We go live for Alberta. We go live for Ontario. We go live for Saskatchewan. We've been live before in New Brunswick and Quebec. Yeah. We do the live thing. Steinbach good? Yeah, I think Steinbach's fine. You're going to get some lightning. There's some lightning. So that's a bit of a concern. But there's no tornado risk for Steinbach. Basically, if you're asking about your town, is your town, a concern for this potential tornadic storm? If I don't mention your name right now, it's not. You ready? Eastern Pansy, Southern Trenton, Zoda, Watson P. Davidson Wildlife Management Area, Sandilands, maybe Woodridge area, Marchand. I know you see La Broquerie right here, but this is the actual lab up here. This is for some reason, I don't know why this is here, but someone said La Broquerie is kind of like more of an area than it really is, a large town or anything. But the main La Broquerie area is here, I believe. East of Steinbach is the main lab. And then this is, I don't know, if you live east of Trenton or southeast of Trenton, that's where the concern is right now. But Steinbach is not the concern. Sandy Lands. Thank you. Appreciate that. I've been live streaming in Manitoba since 2015. And I still have no idea how to pronounce anything. So, anything touched down in Niverville? I don't think so. The Nivervillians have not mentioned anything. Lab is also a municipality. Okay, there you go. So maybe that's probably why the second lab is on the map, right? It's just the in general municipality. That makes a lot of sense. 6 tornado warning on my phone. Scares the crap out of me every time it's so loud. I hear you. That noise always scares the crap out of me. At least it gets your attention. Can we stop these alerts? It has passed through here now. I don't know, Diane. You got to talk to Environment Canada. We have nothing to do with those alerts. Follow me into the desert. Looks like the tornado warning has ended. Rejoice. They have ended the tornado warning. They've downgraded it to a severe thunderstorm warning. So the tornado warning has ended. Heyo. Steinbach, hella lucky. As thirsty as you are. See, Tamara knows what's up. Follow me into the desert. Thirsty as you are. It's too high. I got to sing it in falsetto because it's a little high there. Zoe says, "Are you from Manitoba, dude?" WTF? No, I'm not from Manitoba. No, I am not. My ears have been saved. Should I play a song? Can you play the guitar? Yeah, I'll play guitar. Do you guys want to? You guys want to hear like an original? Probably shouldn't play Soundgarden, or we're gonna get some copyright strikes. Where am I from? I live in Barrie, Ontario. Old Barrie, Ontario. Yeehaw. It's about an hour north of Toronto. How long have I been into storms? Probably since the movie Twister when I was younger. I'm 42, turning 43. So it started with Twister, and then it was just like general frustration of like reading, like, you know, like you read like the red tornado warning at the bottom of the screen, and you read that thing like 20 times, and you're like, why is there no more information? And why it doesn't make any sense? There's like no more information. You're hoping like the 20th time you read it, it's going to tell you something different, and it doesn't. And so my frustration turned into a lot of this. Then I started getting into storm chasing because my wife showed me Storm Chasers on Discovery Channel, which was like Reed Timmer and Tim Samaras, rest in peace. And basically, you know, seeing them bullseye tornadoes, I'm like, how are they bullseyeing tornadoes in the US, but in Canada we have like county-based warnings, and something didn't add up. So anyways, yeah. And then I was like, hey, let's start a Facebook page. And then we started Facebook pages across the country. And then yada, yada, yada. And 13 years later, we are instant weather. And that's the story. Oh, you're from Bell River? Cool. Nice. Why does your map have 2 Labros? Or sorry, I did it again. 2 labs. One of them, I believe, is the municipality. And then the one to the north is the actual main lab. Lab ain't from Manitoba? What? What do I think about El Reno 2013? That's what I said. Rest in peace, Tim Samaras. He died in the widest and potentially strongest recorded tornado, and one of the strongest recorded tornadoes in all of history. What was it? 2.6 miles wide, 4.2 kilometers wide. That was pretty wild. Crazy thing, 41 years ago, Barrie had that violent F4. Yeah, 8 fatalities. That was wild. That was wild for sure. All right. The tornado warnings have ended. Severe thunderstorm warning still in place. I think it's about that time. Woody, is it about that time? It might be that time. What are some good storm chasing channels? Michigan Storm Chasers is awesome. We're good friends with them. Also, you can look up like Reed Timmer. There's a whole bunch. And then if you wanna watch storm coverage like this in the U.S., there's Ryan Hall. There's Max Velocity. There's Evan Freiberger's awesome. Michigan Storm Chasers again. They're great. Oh, thank you so much, LePayne, for the super chat. Thank you. Thanks for all your reporting. Oh, thank you kindly. I appreciate the super chat. It's very kind of you. The last F5 ever occurred in Eli. Yeah, it was actually the only known F5. We don't have enough information to know if other tornadoes were F5, but that's the only confirmed F5 tornado in Canadian history. In Eli. Guitar solo coming up. Yeah, I could shred for you if you want. It's all good. Good. I got you. All right, I got to turn some stuff. I'll play a song in 1 second. I'll be all right. Is it song time? Good. Let's keep watching the radar, though, here. I'm back. Bud vanished. He is now back. Thanks for that detail. I got noise canceling on, so you probably can't hear that. 1 second here. All right, I'll play a quick song, and then my son is asking me to watch a video, so I'll have to go watch that. Actually, you know what? I'll play an original here. 1 second. Didsbury was an EF4. Which is still insane. Give me just 1 second here. All right, my son needs me. I'll be right back. I'll just be 1 second, then I'll come play a song. Just 1 second. All right, I'm back. There I am. Okay. All right. Actually, before I play the song, I should just quickly look at the radar. Make sure what's going on with the storm. Yeah, it's still not too bad. Okay. What about this one to the west? The defrosted one is not too bad either. Okay. All right. Still severe thunderstorm warning southeast of Steinbach here, but overall the storm looks pretty tame from what I can tell. Okay, I'll give you a verse and a chorus of an original song, shall we? What a good dad, kiddo first, yeah. He's not very happy with me. Says I've been taking too long. I'm like, well, I was going to come watch your video, and then a tornado warning got issued. So I said I'm going to play a quick song, and then I'm going to come up and watch your video. All right. All right, time for a song. What I need to do first is turn off all my noise canceling here. 1 second. Echo cancellation off, reduce stereo. There we go. That should be good. And then make sure I turn off this noise cancellation. I have 2 noise canceling. Okay. All right, let me know in the comments. Can you hear my guitar? Let's see. I'll do something like that. You ready? Can you hear my guitar? Yeah? Can you hear it? Let me know if you can hear it. I will not apologize for anything I've done. There's no regrets with who I was, who I have become. It seems strange when I look in the mirror. Future's fuzzy, but it's getting clearer. And I will not be saying sorry. No way I'm saying so. Summer, spring, winter, fall. I can't believe I've done them all. Every time, look outside, it's something new. And everyone tries to tell me every day's the same. They've got no one but themselves to blame. Ooh-ee-oo. For anything I've said, there is no one else but me stuck inside this head. And it seems strange when I look in the mirror. Future's fuzzy, but it's getting clearer. And I will not be saying sorry. No way I'm saying so. Summer, spring, or winter, fall. I can't believe I've done them all. Every time I look outside, it's something new. Everyone tries to tell me every day's the same. They've got no one but themselves to blame. Now sing it. Ooh-ee-oo. Come on, Manitoba. Ooh-ee-oo. Little original there for you. A song I wrote a long time ago with my old band, which was called Atlantis Blueprint. That was my old band, quite a ways back. I think you can still find that if you search it on Apple Music or Spotify. I think you can still find Atlantis Blueprint, and that song is called No Apologies. Thank you so much, everybody. Appreciate it. I'm going to go get in trouble if I don't go and I'm going to get in trouble anyways. But if I don't go and watch the video that my son wanted me to watch, he's going to be very mad. But I'm not seeing any rotation right now, which is really good news. I'm going to continue to watch. There's a little something going on right here. Might be worth keeping an eye on. But yeah, I think it's pretty much toast here. No tornado warnings in place right now. There's one severe thunderstorm warning over the lab area. But yeah. So you know what? I think I'm going to shut down the stream. But I will keep watching radar. And if anything gets wild, I may come back and do more live streaming. But thank you so much, everybody. I hope everybody stayed safe. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. I really, really appreciate it. Hold on. Smith says, wait till he whips out the radio voice. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the live stream. It's fun. Anyways, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate it. Thank you kindly. Hopefully everybody stayed safe. And if you want to know if you have any alerts for your area, download our free app. It's called Instant Weather. We just rebuilt it from the ground up. The radar's super improved. Everything about it is super improved. It's awesome. Download our free app. It's called Instant Weather. And yeah, thank you so much for joining us on the stream. I'm sure this isn't the last. There'll be probably many, many more this season. So anyways, thank you so much, everyone. We'll talk to you all very soon. And have yourself a good night. Bye-bye.